It is Wednesday, May 11th, I think. And I was going to film a car vlog yesterday on the way home, but I forgot my little contraption so that it's hands-free vlogging. I was like, there's no way I'm going to be like holding it while I drive and vlog. That's just ridiculous. So I had to put it off. But if you guys got on YouTube last night anticipating a car vlog or an update or something, you'll have seen that I posted a review for Piggy Paint nail polish, which is awesome. I really, really like it. I'm still wearing it. Nope, this side. It's on like day 7 and it's just starting to like wear off on the tips, but I've been typing a bunch. And then, so, and my coworker finally was like, okay, so what's up with the nail polish? Because I painted this hand, because I can paint this hand because I'm right-handed, but I was like, oh, I can't paint this hand, but I wanted to see what the pink looked like. So this is what my nails look like. It's not good. So I need to take it off and redo it tonight. Anyway. Okay, so on sunglasses for the sunny, rainy weather we're having right now. Okay, so this past weekend was Mother's Day. Everyone knows, happy Mother's Day to everybody that's ever had the desire to be a mother. Let's just put it like that. Chris works on Sundays from like 1 to 11 p.m., something like that. So usually what we do on Sundays is we go to church, we get up, we have breakfast as a family, we get Hannah all dressed, Chris and I take turns like taking a shower and getting dressed. Then we all go to church. We usually take 2 separate cars. We do the whole church thing, and then we say goodbye in the parking lot. Chris goes to work, and then Hannah and I either run errands, or depending on her nap schedule, sometimes we just go straight home. Usually we just go straight home. So, I mean, we could have done that for Mother's Day, but that would have been kind of a little lame. So what we did was, since both of us don't work on Fridays, that's our family day, we just did Mother's Day on Friday. So it was really nice. Chris surprised me with breakfast in bed, and it's cute because Hannah is at the age where she can like start kind of eating what we're eating. So like Chris made her a pancake just like we were having, and we tore it up in little pieces, and she's feeding herself. And Chris made scrambled eggs using the backyard chicken's eggs, and you know, he scrambled up a little egg yolk for Hannah, and you know, we tore it up again in little pieces, and she kind of fed herself scrambled egg, which she really likes, and it's super cute. So that was really fun. So we had breakfast in bed, and then Chris did amazing with the gifts. He went above and beyond, totally surprised me. So first, he got me the Adele CD. I took out the liner notes thinking that maybe it would have like lyrics, but no, it's just like a bunch of pictures of her. Like pictures of her. So, that's not helpful. So anyway, and then he got me the Britney Spears CD, which is awesome. He knows me so well. Then, the big gift is what I'm looking at right now. He got me an iPod Touch. So, those of you that follow me on Facebook know that I got Chris an iPad for a combination of Father's Day, birthday, and anniversary. And I was like, if you want to just go ahead and get it, that's fine with me. Instead of waiting until June. There's no real reason, I guess, to wait. So he is super happy, and I'm happy because I don't have to buy him gifts until Christmas, although I did get him something for Father's Day that I'm super excited about, but I'm not going to say it because he watches these sometimes. Anyway, so he got an iPad. And I was like, great, this means that I get your old iPod, right? And an iPod is something, he bought it off at one of his coworkers. His coworkers needed money, and so he was like, yeah, sure, I'll buy an iPod. And he brought it home, and I was like, you bought what? And I ended up using that the whole time I was in labor. Thank God we had it, because at that point I was so ginormously huge at 42 and a half weeks that the laptop, I wanted nothing to do with the laptop. I didn't want it anywhere near me. It was too heavy, too bulky. But the iPod, I could just like have in my hand. And when I was having a contraction, I could just like kind of set it down. It worked great. And that's how I stayed in touch with you guys while I was in labor. So I was like, so can I have iPod? And Chris was like, yeah, sure, it's been acting a little weird, but yeah, we can just take it into the Apple Store and see kind of if it needs tweaking or something. So what he wasn't telling me is that it wasn't even turning on. And he brought it into the Apple Store and they were like, yeah, it's a paperweight. So he got me a brand new one. He got me the iPod 4th generation. I don't really know. I'm a noob at Apple products. But I love it because it's got a camera in the front and the back. I can take pictures of Hannah and like one touch I can upload them on Facebook, which is great. Family is loving that. I downloaded the Camera Plus app, which I really like because I can kind of edit the photos, like crop them and stuff, so that's really nice. The Camera Plus app only tweaks the still photos, and you can't like, because the nice thing about the Camera Plus app is that you can zoom, which you can't do, which is the basic camera app on the iPod, but you can't zoom on like a movie using the Camera Plus. Does that make sense? Okay. And I liked it because it was only like $1.99, which is awesome. I'm going to use it all the time. Another app that I downloaded is Angry Birds, and I'm addicted. I am addicted. I had like a coming out thing on Facebook. I admitted it. Hi, my name is theBubblelush. I'm addicted to Angry Birds, and it turns out a lot of you guys are as well. And somebody just suggested, oh, it's so loud. Suggested Cut the Rope, I think it's called. So if you guys have app suggestions that I need to have, I have, I already did the IMDb, I did the Facebook. What else did I do? Because I had an iPod before, but it was kind of Chris's. I downloaded iBooks, and I downloaded some a couple trashy free novels to see if I like reading on it. It's all right. The screen is really tiny, so I don't know if I'm going to do that. But I want things. Here's the thing. Apps that require Wi-Fi, fine, but I can only use those on my weekend when I'm home after work. And what I'm really looking for kind of fun apps, are apps that do not require Wi-Fi, because when I'm pumping at work, I want to be able to play with my iPod. That's the whole kind of reason why I got the iPod, kind of. And I don't have Wi-Fi out in the parking lot, because that's where I'm pumping, in the parking lot, in the backseat of my car. Woo! So, Angry Birds, I can play without Wi-Fi. Awesome. But I know that there was a couple games that I had on my previous iPod, and I had to have the internet, and it was so annoying. So, keep that in mind. Let me know if the game you're suggesting needs to be connected to the internet. Also, she's popping in and out since Saturday, but I'm thinking that AF is in town, so if there is an app that'll help track that, let me know. Because, we're not trying to conceive, we're kind of trying to avoid, I guess, because of the C-section, and I want to heal, and da-da-da-da-da-da. So, and with the PCOS thing, I kind of want to see what cycles are like. So, if you have a great app that you like for that kind of stuff, charting the cycles, or maybe a calendar, I don't know. Put your suggestions below. Okay, so, we talked about Mother's Day. Oh, and we went out to lunch at P.F. Chang's, and it was such a hot mess. I love Hannah's. You guys know. Oh my goodness, I love her to the moon and back, and to the moon again. But she is a little farfanugan when it comes to eating out at restaurants. I'm the kind of person, I do not want to have the child in the restaurant throwing the tantrum. I know it's going to happen. I know. But the goal is, when she's old enough to know how to act in public, she will act responsibly, right? I don't have that high of expectations for a 7.5-month-old, but still, I'm not going to just sit there while she screams. Long story short, we had to rush through our meal, and I at one point just picked Hannah up and walked outside and told Chris to pack everything up and meet me, because she was losing it. And there was people there trying to enjoy their meal, and it was just done. So we spent a whole bunch of money for a meal that I really did not get to enjoy. So, yeah. But, I guess that's our fault. And then I think we drove around. Chris watched Hannah, and I got some scrapbooking done. Oh, I made my Mother's Day cards. Those got mailed out super late. But I got them out, so whatever. Oh, I think I showed you guys them, right? Yeah, I made those on Mother's Day. No, on Friday. On my Mother's Day, not your Mother's Day. And I guess England has a different Mother's Day than the US, which would make sense, I guess. Because like a month ago, people were like, Happy Mom's Day, and I was like, what? No. But I'll celebrate twice. That's fine. So, on Saturday morning, we had some friends come over, and they were our college friends. They moved out here. You guys know I mention them every once in a while. They were in the Columbia Gorge video. Anyway, so they came over for brunch because that's just what we do. And Hannah had blackberries for the first time, and she was so cute. She had them in her mesh teether, and I was a big fan. And then that afternoon, remember I was telling, well, before she even had the blackberries, when she would nurse, she would start doing that spitting up thing, and that's the vlog, like, what's wrong with Hannah? Because she never spits up, and it was just that day. So I don't think it was acid reflux. I think just her tummy was a little, and then on Sunday, when we got back from church, she like napped for hours, and then she woke up and I was trying to film her saying "Mama" for Mother's Day, and I had filmed her a couple times, and the take that I uploaded, Hannah on Mother's Day, you know, I wasn't expecting her, I wasn't filming that because I was like, oh, look at how crazy my baby is. She wasn't crazy all the previous takes. I took like 5 takes before that. But when I started filming that one, she just like lost it. And so that's why I was like, let me see your teeth, because maybe that's what the deal is. So anyways, that's a little backstory behind that vlog. I wasn't expecting her to freak out that much. And I know you guys saw the ear tug. That's the only time she touched her ear all day. And of course I got it on film, and you guys were all like, ear infection! And once she started spiking the fever, excuse me, emergent here, it was like 102-degree fever, and I was a little like, I don't like that. So I was like, maybe she does have an ear infection. So on Monday, when it was up to 103 something, I was like, you know, Chris and I both work like 7 to 5 on Tuesdays, and then she's home with Grandma. I don't want Grandma to be like, oh my God, I gotta like put her in the car seat and drive with her. Mom does not like the idea of driving with her in the back seat. I don't know. So I was like, I'll just take her to the pediatrician, rule out an ear infection, rule out a sore throat, rule out anything obvious. And so that's what we did. And the doctor was like, I have no idea. She's not like lethargic. She just looks like she doesn't feel good. She has a fever. The fever is obviously, you know, her body trying to fight off an infection. So kind of let it do its job. Once it gets up to 103, I suggest giving her some maybe Tylenol to, you know, make her more comfortable, which I totally agree with. I wasn't like force feeding it to her. I think I only gave her maybe 2, maybe 3 doses in a day. I think it was only 2. And just to kind of get her to help her sleep. And she, all day on Sunday and Monday, she napped either on me or next to me in bed. Like, because when she has a fever, I just kind of freak out about seizures. Like, I've never seen one, never been around one, and I don't want to. So, that's just me being a little... So she slept with us last night. When I got home from work on Monday, her fever was up to 104.2, I think. And that was making me a little... But the thing was, she wasn't lethargic. She wasn't, like, beside herself. She was just... She was happy to see me. I don't know. I think she was delirious with the fever. That's what I think. And, but I mean, if she had been acting lethargic or like really loop-de-loop, I would have taken her straight to the ER, but she wasn't. She looked fine. She just had a high fever, so she stuck like glue to me or Chris. Slept in bed between us. We kept an eye on her. And I think her fever broke at like 2 in the morning because I vaguely remember her just being a mad woman. When she wakes me up in the middle of the night, I'm like, I'm there, but I don't have really that good of a memory of it. I'm not a middle of the night kind of person. I do not like being woken up. But I can do it, I just don't. I'm not conscious enough to like remember what all happened. It's all a little blurry. But I remember at like 3 she woke up, Chris was getting up for work, so I had him change her diaper, but she like wasn't warm anymore, so her fever broke in the middle of the night. Took her armpit temperature this morning, and it was like 95.6. So I was like, awesome. That means if I took the rectal thermometer temperature, it would probably be like 98 something. So, because she seems to have like a 3-degree difference between her armpit and her butt. Trivia. So, alright, so anyways, that's Hannah's fever. She's fine now. Thank you for everyone that was concerned and asked. She didn't have an ear infection. Her ears look great. A little waxy. She gets that from her daddy, but she's totally fine. Oh my goodness, this is getting long. So, One Tree Hill last week, with the pot brownies, and the pee tests, and the drug screening, and the pregnancy announcement. Holy hot mess. What is that? I mean, some of you guys told me what happened, so like, I knew what the announcement was going to be. Oh, and traffic. That's great. So I was just watching to see like how they were going to announce it. So white trash. So trashy. But whatever. She looked awesome in that dress. She's so pretty. But I haven't watched this week's. So the thing is that it airs on like Tuesday night. Tuesday night, Chris and I both get home at like 5:30. Hannah's been with mom all day, so she just wants to be grandma. So she just wants to be with mom and dad. So Chris and I spend Tuesday night with Hannah. Mom usually kind of goes to sleep early, takes a break, and that's like family night. So we might be watching like some live TV that's on the screen, but like we're not really paying attention. We're paying attention to Hannah. And then Wednesday night is kind of the same thing, because mom's gone home, and so it's just the three of us. So usually I don't watch anything in the DVR until like Thursday, maybe Friday. So as much as I love One Tree Hill, it usually just gets pushed off because of family time. And Chris also goes to sleep really early Tuesday and Wednesday nights because he wakes up at like 4 in the morning. So I don't get to and it records in the DVR in the bedroom. You guys understanding? So I'm behind. Don't ruin it for me. Oh, and then Katie, just like a little bit ago, she left a message on my Facebook telling me about TLC's new show, A Conception Story, and I watched it. I think it's like an internet TV show. I don't really know though. But it looks really good. There's one girl that has to be conceived with Clomid because she has like 2 sets of the female reproductive system. There's another girl that is super cute and she has PCOS, which I always like to see because sometimes PCOS gets such a bad rap for being like overweight and stuff. She's like super cute though, so I think that's good. For like, people to see that all types of people get it. And so anyways, check that out. I will try to include a link below, but so we leave in a week for the road trip. I'm kind of freaking out because I'm thinking all the stuff I have to pack. I'm probably going to make a what am I forgetting vlog. So look for that this weekend. I also am going to try to make a greeting card tutorial, quick and dirty. So look for that. And if there's any other video requests, link below. Thank you so much for watching 18.5 minutes of me doing a car vlog and rambling. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you haven't already entered the piggy paint giveaway, go do that. It's the video from yesterday. There's opportunities for multiple entries, but just make sure you leave them in a separate comment because I'm not going to go through and separate all those comments out. So if you want multiple entries, leave them as different comments. Got it? Okay. Thanks so much, and have a great, Wednesday, Thursday, hump day. Bye.